Let's take you now to Kumasi, where the driver of the Kia truck, which was in an accident with the Kumasi Asante Kotoko FC bus, is being held by the police on the possibility that he played a role in the accident that claimed one life on the spot. All players but one, Olenu Ashite, have been discharged from the hospital. Head coach Steve Pollack and the driver Nana Bechi are, however, still on admission. Let's try and better appreciate the current status of the members involved in the road crash, and we'll begin with Steve Pollack, the head coach. He, like I said, is currently on admission. He sustained varying degrees of injury in that accident there. We also have, let's take the next player now who was involved in the accident, and this is Sadiq Adams, who has been discharged currently. He was treated for minor injuries, and he's to report on Saturday for a review. Moving on now, the next player we have is Osea Jemai, who has been discharged and is being treated. He was treated for minor injuries, and he will also report on Saturday for a review. Of course, like we said, the majority of the players have been discharged. A number of them are still in the hospital and are undertaking. One of those players who is in the hospital now is Olenu Ashite, as you can see on your screen. He has chest pains and he broke a limb. Now, these are players who are very critical for the team Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And so you can imagine that it will affect them. Now, the next person is Nana Bechi, the driver, who is on admission at the moment. He had a sprained neck, he has cuts in the face, he has broken limbs. And again, some of these players are very essential for the Kotoko team. Michael Ekufo has been discharged. Thankfully, he was treated for minor injuries. He's to report on Saturday for a review. So you see the pattern. The number of the players, though they've been discharged, will have to go back, like Godwin Ablode, who you just see on your screen now. He's also been discharged. He's been left in crutches, and he's returned on Saturday for a review. So a number of the players going home having to return on Saturday, like Frank Safu Jemfi here, who's also been discharged, was treated for minor injuries, and he's also to report on Saturday for a review. We understand that the sports ministry has already promised to support the family when it comes to the funeral of Kofi Asare, the one who has died. But Evans Kwao has been able to escape with his life. He has been discharged, though he's been left in crutches. He is to return on Saturday for a review. This was a 35-man delegation traveling for Kotoko. Eric Donko has also been discharged. He's been treated for minor injuries. He's also to report on Saturday for a review. We understand that Baba Mahama has also been discharged. He was treated for minor injuries. He's to report on Saturday for a review. And like I was saying, we understand a number of these players just had some minor injuries, like Audu Nafiu. He's also been discharged. He will report on Saturday for a review. Now, Richard Achampong is with us. He's joining us by phone from Love FM in Kumasi. And let's try and get the latest on what is happening on the ground there in Kumasi. Richard, what are we picking from the hospital about the status of these three persons who are still in admission?
Hello?
Yes, Richard, if you can hear me, I'm trying to get the latest from the hospital. That's the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital in Kumasi.
All right, okay. I think I've just listened to an accurate report from what you are reading on there. What is it is that if you come to the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital now, it is only 3 of the Asante Kotoko contingent who are involved in that accident who are now on admission. The head coach, George Stipola, he is on admission. The bus driver, Nana Bechi, is also on admission. Ashite Olenu, one of the players who complained of severe pains in the ribs, was on admission yesterday. As of this morning, doctors are saying he's feeling very well because from the scans they've taken, from the CT scan, everything that they have done, the ribs are not broken. It is only some bruises that he suffered from. And one doctor tells me he thinks the boy is suffering from a lot of fear, looking at the way he's complaining. But when they do all the checks, they think he's medically fine. So as I speak to you this morning at the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital, Coach Justin Pollack, who was taken to the theater yesterday for close to 4 hours, he went to the theater for close to 4 hours. and he came out with a successful surgery. So he is doing very well. And if you speak to him this morning, the coach is asking, where are my players? Are we playing on Sunday? I'll have to do my squad for the game. The people here are calming him down that he should calm down. The game has been postponed, so he should calm down. So for the coach, from what we taken from him, speaking to him, and the way he's behaving, he seems very okay. And he even wants to get out to go and see his players. He's asking of his players, where is Baba Mahama? Where is this person? Where is this person? Where is my driver? And he's so concerned with the unfortunate incident that happened, especially with the guy who passed out, and he is fine.
So Richard, what of the police? We understand that investigations are ongoing and the Kia driver is being held. What's the latest there?
Please come again. On the driver?
Yeah, no, the police investigation in Kumasi, that's what I'm trying to find out. Okay,
from the police investigations, if the background of the case is so clear to everybody, we know that the Kia Rhino truck that was carrying the fertilizer was parked in the middle of the road without the road signs and everything. So police tells us that so far they want to keep the driver of the vehicle to ask him why a vehicle will break down without all those warning signs and the warning triangles. Then, because the Kotoko driver, the bus driver, is in critical condition, police are unable to speak to him to find out what actually happened on the road leading to the accident. So for now, police say that their hands are tied, they are doing their best, but if they could get the opportunity to speak to the Kotoko driver or to be able to speak to people who really saw the action, who saw what actually happened, they will go on and come out with a statement. But for now, they are still in their investigations, but they tell us it is at the preliminary level. They are now picking up pieces and they will put it together and feed the public.
Richard, 3 people are still in the hospital. We understand that 32 others, well, 31, if you are not counting the one who died. The 31 others are able-bodied and they are at home now. Is the police unable to gather information from these persons that they need to wait for the driver or any other person before questioning? Have you put those questions to them?
As I said, the police said at the preliminary stage, they are picking information from everybody. But if they can say something really about how it occurred and all those things, they would need to speak to the principal actors. In this instance, the Kotoko driver and the driver who was using the car that was stationed in the middle of the road at that time. So for now, yes, I know they've spoken to the operations manager of Asante Kotoko. Unfortunately, he was not even in the bus. They were ahead of the Kotoko team bus. So they've spoken to him. And I am sure yesterday one of the senior doctors at Konfanoche advised that in this circumstance, they should not subject the players into things that will let them be remembering what happened. So I don't know how they are handling it. But one of the doctors said it is not good for the psyche of the players to be asking them, what did you see, what happened? If they remember it, maybe some emotional trauma and those things will go on. So I don't know how they are handling it, but police says they are on it and they will feed the public with information as and when it becomes available to them.
Right, thank you very much, Richard Champon. He is a Love FM reporter. They're giving us the latest on the Kumasi Asante Kotoko accidents.